What's going on, everybody? Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of the Legion of Raw. We are actually live right now. We are actually live for real this time. No more long possibilities of not being live, Vince.
Wow, very nice. We're live. Live and dangerous, just like Thin Lizzy, bro. Very nice.
Last week.
Yes. Yes, you are recording. We are
live. We are live. Vince was going to eventually get it. we are literally
got it.
Yes, indeed. All right, Vince, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, Dr. Chris. How are you, bro?
I am blessed as always, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm really
big Ohio State win. Big win, bro. Big win on Saturday, man.
Yes, it felt good. Got some big polls coming out tomorrow. The real polls come out tomorrow. So the AP polls, for a while, AP was a thing, right? And so they have their polls for a few weeks just for conversation's sake. It really doesn't mean too much, but kind of gives a little bit of a guide for the college football playoffs as far as what to expect. But the actual football playoff polls revealed tomorrow on election day. So tomorrow's going to be a very fun and adventurous day for me. It's going to be the human car crash we call it politics here in the United States, and it's going to be the college football polls. So
yes,
it's going to be lots of fun.
It is.
All right, Vince, let's hop right into the show. What's your 30,000 foot view of the show?
Well, this was recorded, right? In Saudi Arabia. This was not live.
Yesterday. It was recorded yesterday.
They obviously had a hot crowd there in Saudi Arabia. So, I mean, again, I think this was a maintenance type of show. I don't think they really had to do any angles, off of this show or anything like that. I think it was just kind of to really maintain it,
Pretty much. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. It was a house show, man. I mean, we talked about that all the time, and this really was a house show. I mean, it literally was a house show that we got to see, and they're doing tapings. I mean, they're doing live events in Europe right now. So that's basically where they're at now. And then next week we'll be back at it. So let's go through it as always, and let's talk about the opener. Liv Morgan and Raquel and Dom cuts an in-ring promo, interrupted by Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill based on a backstage segment that happened last week. This is teasing a women's tag team title match between the two. Could we see it at Survivor Series? Perhaps, but it doesn't seem like they have a number one contenders for Liv Morgan, unless the EO Liv is going to be at Survivor Series, which I don't think. Do you think that this will be stretched to Survivor Series?
I hope not. I mean, I hope not.
No. Yep. What do you think of the opener?
Somebody, I don't know who it is. Somebody over there is a huge advocate of Io Sky. Yes. A huge advocate of Io Sky. I mean, my gosh, remember Velcro came in with such fanfare. I mean, if anybody needed to win this match, it was her. So I guess I don't know. I wouldn't say she's in the doghouse, bro, but maybe they kind of, hit the brakes on her a little bit because, man, she came out of the gate red hot, and she really, really could have used the win here because let's face it, whoever wins this match is putting over Liv anyway. So, I mean, but Io Sky, man, somebody over there is a big fan of Io Sky.
Yeah, it seems like from what the WWE does, transitioning over from NXT to the WWE main roster, it seems like what they do is they kind of throw them out there, kind of give them everything, see how the crowd reacts to it, and the crowd still isn't really biting all like that from more of a larger scale. They cool off. We've seen a lot of that, and it seems like we saw that with Lyra Valkyria too, as well as giving her wins against Natalya and giving her big wins. I think she was feuded with Pure Fusion Collective, and then so they gave her a lot, the fans, a lot of NXT people who knew about the chants and all that was with her, but a lot of people, the rest of the people were just like, I mean, we really don't know who she is. So it looks like they called off on her because of that.
Bro, all they had to do was at the beginning, Becky Lynch kind of endorsed her. That's what they did at the beginning. All she had to do, bro, was slowly but surely keep talking about replacing Becky Lynch and becoming better and turning her heel that way. That's all they had to do. Bro, at some point Becky's coming back.
Yeah.
But if she would have called herself the new and improved Becky Lynch, bro, went as far as dyeing her hair red. You know what I'm saying? There's so much they could have done with her, but just another name on the roster.
Yeah, that's interesting. Mickie James, when she came to WWE, she was just kind of like a protege to. I think she had a crush on Trish, I believe. I think that was her.
It was something like that.
Yeah. And so she like. She did a lot of Trish's mannerisms, kind of started dressing her like her a lot and things like that. And that really catapulted her career. And she ended up winning the Divas Championship because of it too. So it really helped her a lot.
Yeah.
Adam, we got David Duff at $2. Velcro thrown against the wall, but didn't stick.
He's right. He's absolutely right. Very nice. Very nice, David. Very nice.
A new meaning to the moniker of Velcro, ladies.
Yes.
We got Adam Pearce coming to the ring, cutting Adam Pearce Adam Pearce is serious about his promos because he puts the mic on his chin when he cuts the promo.
Yeah, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Back up, ladies. Back up.
Back up. You know what I mean? And he gets really, really serious about it. And that's Adam Pearce, man. He's enjoying his job, man. He's probably getting paid well to do random run-ins as far as stopping things and getting paid well.
I bet you though Velcro didn't like getting dropped on her head on the ring apron. She probably didn't like that too much, man.
I wasn't a big she probably wasn't a fan of that. So
oof.
We see
you notice they didn't replay that?
I did notice that. Yes, they did the pan shot to Io Sky, who ended up winning the women's battle royal.
Yeah,
and you had Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Tron. They had the face off, which got over, and Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez caused them to be eliminated, which further teased the tag team championship match. And so there we go.
You know what I hate though, bro? Again, this to me is like all part of lazy booking because they did it twice today. If they want to do it once, that's fine. But if they want to do it twice, it's lazy booking to me. So we have the battle royal and, Liz and Rodriguez get involved. But of course, they have to tell us it's a no DQ because it's a battle royal. And then what happens, bro? We get to the end of the show. We get a 4-way so we can get Bronson Reed. No, it's a no DQ guy. Why is a 4-way a no DQ? Why? I mean, somebody needs to explain it to me. Why is a 4-way a no DQ?
Yes, indeed. Be sure to join the Backstage Pass for more exclusive content. This guy right here, Vince Russo with the bro down, bro.
And I got big heat with Bill Apter, man.
You got why?
Yeah, he was promoting the Backstage Pass, telling everybody to go listen to JBL and Jerry Briscoe. No mention of your boy whatsoever.
Oh man,
no, and I put this Bill Apter on a pedestal like nobody
National
else.
Treasure, yes.
No, nothing. No mention of his boy. Nothing.
Everybody loves Bill Apter, man. Everybody say everybody loves the Acclaim. That's a thing, but I think I'm gonna one up the Acclaim and say everybody loves Bill Apter. But I tell you what, man, he was pretty hot with your comments about the prop, man. So maybe we need to have Bill come and y'all make amends on this show here, man, because he was pretty hot about that. He probably told all of his friends, and I can't believe Vince Russo.
Yeah,
prop is not a prop. But hey, man, I think that we've pretty much buried that conversation. Is there still some life to that conversation?
Oh, I have a new conversation though, bro.
Okay.
one of our boys here on the network, Mac Davis, Mad Mac Davis,
Maniac Mac Davis,
bro. He sent me some footage of some of his matches. He sent me some footage of some of his promos. Mac was the real deal, bro.
Nice.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe what he sent me this stuff, and I watched it, and Mac had something going on, man.
Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Mac's got that, I'm super chill in my approach, super relaxed. But Mac Davis got that really big type of punch, and hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mac Davis, Yeah, so it's like he's got that energy. I love it, man.
He's got a great radio voice too, man.
Oh yes, he is like the quintessential disc jockey.
Yes,
hot Cincinnati, Ohio at 7 a.m. in the morning. I'm Mac Davis.
Yeah,
he's great, man. Yeah, Mac is the man. All right, Dez, $4.99. I saw Vince in the locker room with the new Heart Foundation on a Brett documentary. How was it working with them? May Jesus bless you, Dr. Chris and Vince.
Thank you very much, Dez. I appreciate that. It was great working with those guys, man. I liked working with all of them. I didn't have any problems with any of them. Pillman, Neidhart, Brett. It was great, man. It was great. I mean, I look back on a lot of people that I work with, and I was really lucky. You just said, Chris, at the beginning of the show, to be blessed and this and that. And I know I kvetch and bellyache a lot and stuff like that, but I also know how lucky I was to work with some of the people that I did. I really do know that.
Yeah, I can appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Where we at, man? We got New Day Talk Backstage. This is a slow burn for this heel turn, man. What do you think, Vince?
There's just been, because, bro, we can go from that, and then we can go to the Miz being captured by Bo.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm sorry, man. I'm just going to say it again. There's too many people on this roster that have been on for too long, man. And that's why it doesn't mean anything. And we had, Kofi and what's his name? Cameraman. They've been on this show forever. And then we go to Miz. Miz has been on this show forever. Then we go to Sheamus at the end of the night. God, bro, it's nothing against these guys, but man, after you've been on for so many years, unless you are a superstar, it's really hard to make people care about you, bro. It really is.
Vince, in your opinion, who else has overstayed their welcomes in the WWE?
Oh my! Well, just looking at this show, like I said, definitely Miz, definitely the New Day, definitely Sheamus. I would say that on this show, those guys, like, come on, man, it's time to move on. It's just.
What would you say about a Rey Mysterio?
Nah, because Ray's still an attraction. You know what I'm saying, man? Ray is still really an attraction, and with the lucha, type of work, Ray can still do a lot of really, really cool stuff. Plus, Ray's, he's got Dom in there, and you could always go to that storyline. So, I mean, I'm cool with Ray. The other ones, though, I just.
Do you think WWE Hall of Famers should compete after they get christened?
After they go in the Hall of Fame? Probably not.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
SK, so what do you think? Do you think Rey Mysterio has overstayed his welcome? Do you? What's your take on Rey Mysterio? Comment live or below on the video. What we got next, Vince? Miz abducted Wyatt 6. What do you think this is going to lead us to, man?
Again, man, it's just like they're randomly just coming up with these stories for the Wyatt 6. And, now Bo tells us that to Miz, we wanted you all along. And it's like, regardless of why they wanted him all along, do I care enough about the Miz? Bro, I don't know. I don't want to be negative all the time. I'm just being honest. The last time I cared about the Miz was when a Sandow was doubling him outside of the ring. That's the last time I cared about them. How long ago was that, bro?
Oh, that was WrestleMania 30. 31. That was California. That was Bay Area. So that was 9 years ago.
Well, what have they? What can anybody tell me what they've done with Miz in the last 9 years?
That's a fair point. I can't really think of anything other than he cashed in. He became world champion again. He cashed it in. That's when Otis won. And then Miz took over, and
I would take these guys. I'm telling you, man, I would take the new, especially Kofi. Bro, can you imagine? We take Kofi, we take Sheamus, we take the Miz, we make them agents.
Sure.
Now the matches are going to get a lot better. That's what I would do, man. I mean, you know, I'm not saying they should be fired from the company, but it's time for them to go to that next role. And maybe these guys you're bringing up from NXT, give them more of an opportunity.
Yeah, it would be interesting because Fit Finley, I remember when he was there for a while, he was him and Arn were agents over the women. And it'd be interesting to see like who, like a Natalia, for instance. You know what I mean? Like I think that she would be a wonderful agent.
I agree. Bro, I think Medusa would be a great.
Oh yeah, agent, she'd be great. Yeah, she'd be really good.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got War Raiders, New Day. Same old with this outcome here.
Well, I'm curious, bro. Do you know why the Valhalla isn't with them anymore? Do you have any idea why?
I thought she was expecting.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. I thought she was expecting.
Okay,
I was trying to refresh your memory, but if you remember, but I think she announced that she was expecting. So I'll find out for you. Let's see. So on your comment on the War Raiders, where do we go from here?
Well, didn't they earn a title shot in this match or something?
No.
I don't know where we go from here. I don't know. I don't know. I can't help you with that, Chris.
What would Vince Russo do?
Well, see,
don't
Chris,
say fire him. Don't say fire.
What I would have done, no, and this is not their fault. And here's Mr. Nego. What I would have done from day one is I would have explained the Viking lifestyle. I would have explained how they live, why they're into it, what's behind it. That's what I would have done from day one. They never, ever did any of that, and now it's too late.
Yeah. Yes, Valhalla is expecting.
Okay, good. So good for her. Good for her. Good for her.
Second, so yes.
Congratulations.
And this was this past spring, so she might be just had a baby or about to have the baby, something around there. So yeah. So,
bro, you know we never hear from anymore. I wonder what, bro. Who was the blonde who was doing the military gimmick?
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, with the woman's right. Yep.
She started
Lacey Evans. Evans.
Man, right? we don't hear anything from her, man. Nothing.
I thought she was doing like an OnlyFans or something like that.
I don't know, but man,
or something kind of hot and spicy as far as what are them fights?
She's off the grid, man.
Off the grid, yeah. She's.
Oh, what about? I was reading this quick headline today. I didn't get a chance to get into it, but something about Lana addresses rumor of her dating Damian Priest. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I think it was a Q&A that she was on. She runs a coffee shop and farm, someone said. Okay. I know that she was on a farm gimmick. Yeah.
That sounds, hey, bro, I'll tell you what, that sounds like the life to me. I would run a coffee shop with a farm in a heartbeat, bro.
Yeah, I know that her and her husband was like farm life.
Yeah, I remember seeing a video of that. They lived on a huge farm. They grew their own crops and did all that stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Let's see here. I'll figure out. Oh yeah, so she had a skimpy post last October. Oh yeah, so OnlyFans, her and Mandy Rose
Oh,
did a collab
wow.
for OnlyFans
Wow.
content. Yeah,
I bet you they
yeah,
have
that was the
I bet you
early.
they have a big following.
I imagine Mandy Rose just got married
Man,
so
bro,
recently too. So
if you don't hear much from them, I guarantee you that means they're making big coin on Fans Only.
yeah, some big bank, big bank. All right, we got Sami Zayn cutting an in-ring promo. We got speaking of Lacey Evans, David $2. Lacey Evans gone AWOL.
AWOL.
And
Yeah.
is in hiding. Well, military reference there. AWOL. All right, we got Sami Zayn cutting an in-ring promo, getting interrupted by Jey Uso, then Jim Uso. Sammy Uso is back, seemingly in the fold, and here we go. We're setting up for this Survivor Series showdown, Vince.
We've seen all. I mean, Chris, is it me? We've seen all this. We went through Sammy getting along with this one and not. We've done this.
Top of the third, Vince.
This. If I am sitting here writing the show, I'm saying, no, Vince, you can't. We've done this, Vince. You got to find another angle. You got to come from a different direction. We've done this.
Yeah, with the War Games concept, I mean, I'm an old school traditionalist, man. I love those types of matches. I'm a big fan of War Games, but put some stakes, them steaks, man. I like them medium. I like those steaks medium. Like we got to get something here. We got to do something instead of just throw in a match just for match's sake. I just hope that it's one of those things that Roman. I wish that the angle was Roman. Yes, he's getting beat down, but I wish that it's more of Roman needs help to go against the bloodline. You're barely even seeing Roman Reigns in all this. It's more like a Sami Zayn. Is he cool with the Usos again? I think it should have more been revolved around Roman Reigns keeps getting beat down by the bloodline. Roman Reigns needs help from the OG bloodline. I wish that was the thing.
Bro, when is Cena supposed to start that tour?
Beginning of January. He'll be on Netflix.
Bro, I'm gonna leave you with this. This is all I'm gonna say. Don't ask me questions, Chris. Don't dig. I know you're the best journalist out there. You're breaking all this news all over the place. I'm just gonna leave it with this. Okay. What's today's day? Write this down, everybody. 11/4.
Number 4. Yep.
I said this on this show a couple weeks ago. I'm going to say it once, Chris. We're going to let it lay. The Rock is winning the Royal Rumble.
Oh,
that's what. Don't leave it alone, Chris. Chris, put it to the side. Put it to the side. Everybody, write down Vinny Rue 11/4, 2024. Even though I know I said this in October. I know I said it in October. Chris.
Bold prediction by from Vince Russo. I will respect my brother's wishes, and I will keep it at bay. I will keep it at bay.
Keep it at bay. That's all I'm going to say. Let's move on. Listen, I've got to stop having a problem with Seth Rollins. But there's a reason why I do, Chris. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's so consumed with getting his spots in and the singing and the costumes and the this and the that. He doesn't know what he's doing. Here's my point. We've got Jackie Redmond interviewing him. Okay, bro. Then we get to the match, which we have Dragon Lee and Chad Gable. Nothing to really discuss that. Dragon Lee over. Gunther and Kaiser. I want to talk about Seth Rollins because I want everybody to understand my issue with him. Chris, first of all, I think they set a record in this last match of length of entrances. Bro, it was 15 minutes. the four guys combined, it was 15 minutes of entrances.
Yeah.
Chris, I want everybody to understand what I'm saying. The announcers keep repeating over and over and over. No way Seth Rollins is 100% coming off his match with Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Now, guys, you got to understand something. That is very important because that covers Seth not winning the match.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the announcers are saying it. He's not 100%. He went to war with Bronson Reed. Now he has an out. Yeah. Here's the problem, Chris. Rollins is wrestling like he's 100%. Yep. The announcers keep saying he's not 100%. And I'm like, guys, stop saying that. Look at your monitor. There is obviously nothing wrong with this guy. Nothing wrong with Bro, he's got to understand the basic concepts and psychology of wrestling.
Sure.
And bro, not only that, if he goes in there a wounded duck, number one, it gets him over. Yeah. You know, because, you know, he got the crap kicked out of him last night, and here he is. Number one, it gets him over. Number two, it gives him an out. And number three, it puts more heat on Bronson Reed when he comes out and does it again. But when Seth is performing like he's perfectly fine, you're killing yourself, bro.
100% agree. 100%. I think even to add more nuance to that, Vince, I think he should have been taped. I mean, you got to sell it all. Chris, and I think Bronson should have tagged him even before the match started.
He's coming down to the lane singing and dancing with you guys got to get on the same page. Because you can't tell us how hurt this guy is if he isn't selling like he's hurt.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree, Vince. 100%. Got to sell it, man.
That's the stuff that drives me nuts, Chris. Come on, Seth, be in the moment. Be in the moment.
Yeah. Yep. I think, you know, who in your opinion what type of mind backstage that you can think could throw in those psychological nuances to really kind of patch those holes when it comes to wrestlers just wanting to be athletic but not really having the psychology behind it? Who you think would be able to fit that role, even someone backstage or in the industry period right now?
Chris, it's got to be whoever is the agent of the match. Whoever is the agent in the match has to remind him about the match last night with Bronson Reed. They have to tell him the announcers are going to sell that you're not 100%. I mean, if this is me, I am telling him all this stuff. Bro, one of the last things I always used to do is I used to be at that gorilla position with the guy right before he went out. Mm-hmm. And I would say, remember, this is the last thing that happened. I would always remind them of that. Yeah. But he kills so much by just coming out, ready to go, fresh as a daisy when the announcers are trying to put him over like he's half crippled.
Agreed. Yep. Going back to my question, let's throw some names out there, like a Jake. I know he's in AEW right now, but like who has that mind to really throw in that type of psychology? I know that Jake is available. Arn Anderson, I know he was an agent for a while.
I'll tell you one guy that isn't employed by anybody, and I don't really understand it unless he doesn't want to be employed by anybody. But bro, Kurt Angle.
Yes.
How is Kurt Angle not working backstage for one of these companies? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yep.
The greatest matches I saw were Kurt Angle matches. The greatest matches I saw. You know, I mean, how is he not? Unless he doesn't want to get back in. Outside of that, come on, man. That's the best guy you can get.
He was an agent for a little bit in WWE, but his agent work was against like C-level talent and like not main event shows and stuff. Yeah. So Very interesting. All right, so got some super chats coming. We got some big amounts. So once again, thank you very much, SK Nation. Starting off with West Hill, $10. I saw on JR's podcast, Conrad had discussed you left a few weeks before the WWE went public and assumed you received a decent share. JR said he got a large share. Would that have been worth staying, Vince?
I didn't get anything. I mean, if JR was saying I got a decent share, I got nothing from that. I left before they went public. I got nothing. No, that would again. Chris knows this. Get a nanny to hire your kids. You could give me 10 billion shares, and I wouldn't have worked for you again.
Agreed. Yep. Zoo Bears in the building, $10. With Halloween come and gone, what's with WWE doing specials and pay-per-views like Halloween Havoc and No Mercy on NXT rather than on main roster? And instead, they'll do lame pay-per-views like Fastlane and Payback, etc.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. I would love to know what the psychology behind that is. I don't have a clue, Zubar. Do you, Chris? Do you know?
They used a lot. Triple H being like the traditionalist that he is, he put a lot of those WCW names in NXT, and it just stuck. So they've been doing that for a little while. Great American Bash, Halloween Havoc. They just brought back those, and older WWE pay-per-views like No Mercy too. So it just stuck. It's Shawn Michaels' baby now, so he just kept it that way. Zubair, once again, $10. It's up to me. Halloween Havoc, if it's up to me, Halloween Havoc should be a special for the last week of October, both Raw and SmackDown. Heck, even NXT rely on the spin the wheel theme. Also, why not bring back Raw Roulette for Vegas? You weren't watching Raw at the time.
I did not see that. No.
Yeah. That was a big Bischoff thing when Bischoff was GM for Raw back in the early 2000s. He would do the Raw Roulette and had that type of Halloween Havoc, spin the wheel, make the deal. Do you remember that?
I was there for Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal with Sting and Jake Roberts. It was a coal miners. I was actually there for that.
Oh, you were there in attendance?
Yes.
Oh, coal miners glove match.
That had to be 1991, I would guess.
Nope. Wasn't 91.
91 or 92.
I think it was. I think Jake came to WCW in 92.
It was the beginning of 90. It was the end of 91 or the beginning of 92.
Because Halloween Havoc was in October, and so you might have the end of 91 because he only stayed for a hiccup because he ended up going to Smoky Mountain.
The end of 91 or the beginning of 92.
Ooh, okay. Halloween Havoc. All right, which one are you thinking? 91 or 92?
I'm going with 91. I'm going with 91.
All right. Halloween Havoc 91. Let's see if it was Sting. Oh. Okay, my guess is because Ron Simmons won in 92. Sting and Rude was a thing back then.
I know Watts was in charge. Watts was definitely in charge for that. No doubt.
If that was the case, it had to be 91. No, because Pizza Hut, Jim Hurd, he was in charge in the early 90s. That's why Flair left.
Yeah, but Watts was there
because he ended up leaving. Flair ended up leaving in 91 because of Hurd.
Look it up. Just look it up.
No, I don't want to look it up yet. All right, so Flair left because of 91. He left because of Hurd in 91, and he came to WWE. Won the Royal Rumble in 92. He debuted in late 91. So, all right, we'll see. All right, Halloween Havoc 91. Here we go. Was it 91? Drum roll. Let's see. Hold on.
92.
I don't even think I have my drum roll.
92.
No, hold on.
92.
Hold on. I don't even think I have my drum roll. I thought I did. Oh, here we go. All right. It was Halloween Havoc 1992. It was the main event of Halloween Havoc 92. The coal miners glove match. Sting and Jake Roberts.
I was there for that. Yeah.
It was, where was it at?
It was like no. It was like in Middle America somewhere, I think.
It was in the Philadelphia Civic Center.
Yeah.
October 25th, 1992. 7,000 in attendance. Well, you were in Philly in 92. I mean, you were in New York in 92, weren't you?
Yeah.
So that's not a long drive from New York, right?
Yeah. No, yeah.
You probably just went there from New York.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got Preston 499. These long entrances, easy to write 3-hour shows where you can only need to fill 60 minutes of actual content.
Just so you know, Chris, Preston Skidmore is a big star. He is on Rocky Mountain Pro. Very, 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 very talented manager. Very talented manager, Preston Skidmore.
There, very nice. Preston Skidmore sounds like a very interesting gimmick there.
But yeah, he's a great performer. But he is right, Chris, because it wasn't just the entrances. But by the time we got through that battle royal, we were over 30 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
And then you add the 15-minute entrances. Bro, that's 45 minutes right there of nothing.
Yep. Yes, indeed. We got Zubair, $10. Do you feel WWE really forcing the War Games match now that it's every year rather than the traditional 5-on-5 match? War Games should be anytime with the roof and sometimes Survivor Series with eliminations. War Games, the War Games with the roof was it was OG, man. I was a big fan of that. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
When was it Brian Pillman got powerbombed by Sid? But the ceiling kind of didn't give the full torque on it, and he limited it, and he like kind of fell right on his shoulder, I believe. Jacked his shoulder up really bad. Yeah. I think James J. Dillon got beat up pretty bad from the War Game structure too, man. Yeah, they would call it the match beyond. It was a really cool type of gimmick, man. You would have everybody come. You have people running from the back, and then it was the match beyond and pin surrender or something. It was a really cool concept, man. I wish they brought that back. I wish they brought that back. What we got next, Vince? We got Dragon Lee and Chad Gable. I think you just went right past that. Yeah, Gunther with Ludwig Kaiser backstage promo.
Now you're seeing dissension there. Is that the only storyline they know? Dissension, like that's the only storyline That's the only storyline where you don't have to leave the building. Let's do dissension, so nobody's got to leave the. Brody, I just work with Preston Skidmore. Chris, listen to me. We did 4 shows on Saturday. 4 shows. Chris, 40 pre-tapes. We did 40 pre-tapes from 12 o'clock in the afternoon to showtime, which was 7 o'clock. 40 pre-tapes. And it's a chore to get these guys to move outside of the locker room.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, especially with all the production that they have, they can go to someone's house. I mean, y'all did that with Pillman and Austin. He's got a gun. That was one of the most.
I was just watching the gimmick where Mark Henry took China out dancing. Remember that? And he protected her honor in the bar. He laid out a. Why? I don't understand. Why can't we do stuff like that? Can somebody explain to me?
All the APA bar scenes they would do back in the day, and the friendly tap, I think, was the bar. Wasn't that what's your face's shoot bar? Used to be the wingman for Andre.
Oh, Timmy White probably was. Yeah, probably was. Yep.
We got Damian Priest winning the main. And Bronson Reed coming in, tsunami to everybody but Dom, and They really booked it as if Dom had a chance throughout tonight, man.
Yeah. I do want to say this, bro. I don't know if I've ever said this, but again, I want to give credit where credit is due. Bro, Dominic Mysterio is a bumping fool, man. He is a bumping fool.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that in a positive way, Raju. Raju's headline: Vince Russo says Dominic Mysterio is a fool. I could see no. I'm saying that in a put him over way. He bumps all over the place, man.
He does, man. What's going to make him? What's going to make him a legitimate main eventer, in your opinion, Vince? Is that even possible?
Yeah, bro, because he's still very, very young. He's
Okay,
still, I think age. I really think age is going to make him a main eventer. He's still very young.
Character-wise, is it a complete transformation that needs to happen?
Yeah.
Away from Liv, away from Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Do you think a good babyface run could be at the end of all this?
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Yep.
We got Zubair, $2. Modern War Game is just flip fest and DQ if exit cage. I didn't even know if you were disqualified if you had to exit the cage. I didn't even know that. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. What else we got, Vince? You got anything else?
No, man. That's it. It was pretty straightforward there tonight, Chris.
Yeah, there we go. That's right. Sounds good to me.
Again, but it's like so, bro. Again, go. On SmackDown, they have. Remember, I talked about they had the best of 7 series.
Yep.
And then LA Knight lays out everybody in the 7th, right?
Yep.
And then LA Knight goes over in Saudi.
Yes.
So what did we do for Andrade or you did? They're in the same exact spot.
Yes.
They're in the same. Chris, that's the thing. Even if it's slow, you got to keep elevating it. They just spent 3 months and neither one of them moved.
Yep. I think they just wanted filler for LA Knight. Again, I think of people like an LA Knights and a Liv Morgan and even a Gunther. I'm like, man, what's the payoff for all 3 of them? Like, who are they going to go? What's the big angle, And so we shall see.
But I think it's going to be this.
Okay.
WrestleMania. I think it's going to be Rock and Cody, because Rock's winning the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
I think they're going to, I think this is why we saw Solo go over. I think they're going to go to Solo and Roman. I think they're going to try to build Solo from now till then, whatever they do at the Survivor Series. And then I think I would not be surprised if it wasn't Gunther and Cena.
Now, there's been rumors of Gunther Cena for the 17th title record-breaking reign. I think that's plausible. I think that card is very plausible.
Bro, listen, Reigns, Sikoa could have been something if they would have booked them right.
Yeah.
If they would have booked Solo right in Reigns' nobody should have touched him in Reigns' absence. Nobody. You want to beat up the henchman, beat him up all day. If you really wanted to get heat on that guy, nobody should have touched him until Reigns came back.
I still stand by this, Vince. I think Solo Sikoa is miscast. I don't see him in the new tribal chief. I think he's talking too much. I mean, I don't think his gimmick should be talking so much. I think when he played the heavy for the Bloodline, I think that fit him pretty well. But now he's trying to do this tribal chief thing. I don't think he has his gimmick. His promos to me they're not horrible, but they're just not. This doesn't connect with me.
Let me ask you this then, Chris. If you feel that way, let me ask you this. And listen, man, you guys can argue with me all day long. They dropped the ball on the dude. Okay, he should have been bulletproof until Reigns came back. Okay, regardless, based on what you're saying, Chris, Why didn't they keep Heyman around and let him go with Sikoa to really build Sikoa? They could have let Heyman do the talking. He could have still been in that enforcer role. Wouldn't that have been more valuable than sitting Heyman home for 3 months?
Yeah, they did that with Solo for a while. That would have helped. But I think with Solo, I still stand by this. I think the Raw before WrestleMania last year, when they randomly had Cody beat Solo, and Solo was a machine. He was undefeated. He was a machine.
Yep.
And then Cody beat. It was just a random Raw. It was right before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He just beat Solo.
Yeah.
It made no sense. I think they were trying to have Cody beat Solo because they knew that Roman was going to beat Cody, so they want to make it look bigger. But I think that was the beginning of the end of his momentum. I think that really jacked him up. And then he went like on a 30-match losing streak after beating Cena. Like they tried to recoup him by beating Cena last SummerSlam, and he beat him pretty convincingly. And from like SummerSlam to like right before WrestleMania, he lost like 30 straight matches, within television and house shows. And so how are you trying to make him relevant again after him losing, 2.5 dozen matches? It's not convincing to me, man. I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it. I don't have an issue with Solo. If I could repackage Solo, I would make him more of the heavy role again. I think him and Jacob Fatu could make a really good tag team if it's just them two being just ferocious, savage-like, a team. And then I just personally, I think just Solo's look just needs to be changed a bit. I don't like the kind of the skunk, type of deal. I'm not a fan.
Bro, they said it, and I got heat for this, and I don't know why, because you're idiots. They set these guys up as the B team from day one.
They did.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That is the absolute truth. I
agree. Yep, I agree. So, and then just simply having Solo beat Roman. Okay, I'm not opposed to that. I do think that helps Solo but I do think the payoff to that is they wanted to make the babyface team winning at Survivor Series make sense. I think that's the reason why they did that at Saudi. So, All right, let's. We got a couple more super chats. We got Preston back at $4.99. I always love the segments away from the arena, even at RMP. Salem and I have rented entire film studios. Would like to see more from WWE. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, with this WWE ID, man, how about bringing Rocky Mountain in the mix, man?
Bro, I think if it were me, I would have an ID in every single state. I really would. And you know what I would do, bro? Let's be fair. Let's look at every state and see what state has the best school. That's what I would do. I would have one in every single state. So if you wanted to be a professional wrestler, there's someplace to go in your state. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm friends with Bobby Fulton, man, and the legendary Bobby Fulton, and he has some really good shows here in Ohio, around Ohio. So he usually brings in legends. That's his big. Which is cool. He brings in like just recently released WWE people and Hall of Famers. He has some really big shows, and but he's got some people in there, man. That's you keep your eye on. I think that if there's an ID in Ohio, I would definitely contact my guy Bobby Fulton, man. He's got some good shows.
Yeah.
David Duff at $2. Solo was only over when he had Chewbacca. Very nice. Very nice. We got Zubair at $10 with star power debate here at SK. We haven't seen the Hogan Austin debate this week, which is a breath of fresh air. After dressing up as Hogan for Halloween weekend, Hulkamania is still running wild and popular to anyone today. Hit with all the brothers, especially with the ladies. There you go. He dressed as Hogan.
Very nice.
it's good stuff. All right, Vince, man. I think if we don't have any more super chats to pop up, man, let them listeners know where to find you, my brother.
Guys, I'm gonna give tomorrow. Go to my Twitch, twitch.tv/Vince Russo live every Tuesday night at 9:00. A Rocky Mountain Pro watch along. That's the show that I write. That's the show that I produce. Preston Skidmore is in that show. Twitch.tv/Vince Russo live 9:00 tomorrow night.
Wonderful. Be sure to follow this guy here at Vince Russo. Be sure to follow me at Chris Prolific, man. I put on my journalism. I'm having a lot of fun, actually, man. I've been so busy over the past few years for a long time, being a doctor and a college professor, podcaster, DJ, and I've put my journalist hat on for a while, man. But I just kind of felt the itch to start, because a lot of times I verify stuff because I'm a really big stickler about accuracy when it comes to journalism. I'm really big on that. And so I would verify some things, and then I started to get deeper, and WWE was, sources were telling me some things, and I was like, you know what? I'll just start being journalist again. And so I've been having a lot of fun. So be sure to follow me at Chris Prolific. Late breaking news. I've been reporting, as Vince sees, all the time, and be sure to check daily on reports. I think I was able to break about 8 stories in the past couple of weeks, not including like 2 that I broke today. So just having a lot of fun, man. Just doing my job as a journalist, having a ton of fun doing it. So if you want some late breaking news, go ahead and hit me at Chris Prolific, and let's have some fun over there.
Hold on, Chris. I'll tell you why. You're doing this. You're back in the journalism scoop. I'll tell you why.
Okay, let's do it.
Getting the scoops. Okay.
I know what you're going. I know where you're
share my screen. Because you are sick and tired, Chris.
I know where you're going with this.
Pull me up, Chris.
I want to pull you up.
Pull me up, Chris.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
You are sick and tired of these people, man. These are the journalists, Chris. Will you please stop them out? Please, Chris. Please.
I will say this, man. As far as Fightful is a credible source from what I've heard. I will say that based on what I've seen, they do a good job with reporting some late breaking news, and so I got to give them some props for that, man. I know you don't like it, Vince. I know you don't like it, but they do a decent job with.
They ain't getting no props from me.
Yeah, PW Insiders, they do a pretty good job too. I know that you and Mike Johnson aren't the best of friends, but they're legitimate sources when it comes to things, because they were able to report the releases from Tegan Knox and Indy Hartwell, and I received that information around the same time too. So,
well, listen, Sportskeeda, I am going to put Sportskeeda over as the only source to get your wrestling news right here on Sportskeeda.
Let's go. Be sure to follow Vince Russo at the Vince Russo. Be sure to follow me at Chris Prolific. I am having a lot of fun, man. Vince is having a lot of fun over at Rocky Mountain Pro. Hopefully, WWID verified Rocky Mountain Pro sooner than later. Hey, man, it's Vince Russo. I mean, how could you go wrong with Vince Russo?
Not only you got D'Lo there too, bro.
You got D'Lo, yes, indeed. I know.
D'Lo. I mean, what else more do you want, man?
I mean, exactly. I mean, you want to talk about Attitude Era? You got Vince Russo. You got D'Lo Brown, one of the most known wrestlers in the Attitude Era. I chat with D'Lo quite a bit. I chatted with him a couple weeks ago, and I've had him on my show multiple times. And high school, I was in high school, man. This is a fun story. As when I was a Attitude Era fan in high school, I would. So I was a huge athlete. I played basketball, played football, played all the sports. And during recess, I would go up to the very top of the bleachers. We would push all the bleachers in so you could only get to the very top. All right. So I mean, the top of the bleachers was probably 10 feet up. And so we would have these huge crash pads in my high school. And I was like a sophomore. I was an underclassman, freshman, sophomore. I was about a sophomore. And so I was really, I ended up being class clown in my high school. My school voted me the funniest person in the school. And so I was very popular amongst upperclassmen, even when I was an underclassman, because I would just do funny stuff. And I still do, but really funny stuff. And so what I would do is I would walk around like D-Lo, and I would climb up to, I would do the little with the head bobble, and I would climb up to the very top of the bleachers. And I had like some henchmen that were like seniors. And I was like my way of like being like a grand drug lord, so to speak, of like people who were older than me. And so I would eye a few people and I would give them the nod, like a mafia nod, so to speak. And they would grab some people and they would lay them out at the crash pad, and I would do my D-Lo gimmick and I would frost splash them 10 feet up. Bam!
Oh man, I wish we had that on video.
Yes, it would have made for a really, really fun video to see.
Yeah, very nice.
This guy right here is Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris. This is the Legion of Raw. Have a good night, buddy. Solo.